Royal historian Professor Anna Whitelock told Express.co.uk, Charles has always expressed the fact that he wants to be king. He's been waiting all his life, he's the longest Prince of Wales, the longest heir in waiting, so I don't think there's any chance of that. Just as his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, 95, is the most elderly and the longest reigning monarch in British history, Prince Charles is counted as the oldest Prince of Wales, and the heir apparent with the longest wait to ascend the throne. Next year will mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, celebrating 7 decades of Her Majesty on the throne. Prince Charles, 72, broke the record previously held by Edward VII in 2017, who was the Prince of Wales for over 59 years. There had been speculation surrounding the Prince of Wales's reign, with Princess Diana's former voice coach, Stuart Pearce, telling The Sun that he suspected Prince Charles may bypass the throne. Mr. Pearce said, he, Charles, may not take the throne, he may hand it to his young son. He doesn't want to do it, such a difficult. On the legality of the second-in-line Duke taking over the throne, experts on the British Constitution at University College London say that it would be a matter for Prince Charles, and for Parliament. They explain, under common law, Prince Charles will automatically become king the moment the Queen dies. Prince William could only become king if Prince Charles chose to abdicate. That would require legislation, as happened with the Declaration of Abdication Act 1936. The line of succession is regulated by Parliament, as in the Act of Succession 1700, and the Succession to the Crown Act 20. It can be changed only by Parliament and cannot be unilaterally altered by the monarch of the day. They express the possibility of Charles stepping aside, after reigning for a few years as an increasingly elderly monarch, but note that after having waited over 60 years as heir apparent, it would be natural for Prince Charles to want to assume the throne and perform the royal duties for which he has spent so long preparing. Conversations around the prince's future reign have come to the fore as the Queen's health falters. Her Majesty has long maintained that she will rule as monarch until the very end of her ability to do so. Despite this, senior working royals have been steadily taking on more of the Queen's royal responsibilities, and she recently accepted medical advice to rest for 2 weeks. She flew to her Norfolk estate last week, opting to continue her recuperation at Sandringham. Looking to the Queen's particular circumstances, Professor Whitelock commented, "We are now and have been in recent years, at a point where the monarch has been aging, and adjustments have to be made. Other members of the royal family are doing more as a result of that." Her Majesty, 95, was scheduled to attend COP26 with senior royals in tow but cancelled her trip after doctors advised the monarch to rest, rather than travel. Just prior to the announcement, the Queen was admitted to hospital for preliminary medical checks, quickly returning to her home at Windsor after a brief overnight stay. It was her first overnight stint in hospital in 8 years. It followed a last-minute cancellation to her planned visit to Northern Ireland earlier in October, where she was to attend a service in Armagh to mark the centenary of the creation of Northern Ireland.